Alright guys, we are live.
Stand easy, soldier.
How's it going?
Indeed, how is it going? Alright, well we had the dev live stream today. I'd say overall that went pretty well. We learned quite a few new things.
Interesting.
I'd say the things of greatest interest to me personally was that we'll be able to deflect enemy fire with melee weapons, which are confirmed to be coming in the next update. I think they said there will be a couple of melee weapons in the first update here. They only showed off a crowbar, which was pretty interesting. They did say that the crowbar would not be able to block enemy fire. So the way it works was when they were blocking 50% of the damage they would be normally receiving, and then if you block at just before you take a hit, you would actually parry the shot back at whatever shot at you, which is pretty interesting. They also confirmed that melee dedicated bots are going to be a thing, so that's pretty cool.
Mission parameters accepted. Mission destination set.
And then yeah, adjustments to the dart, which will make it where
You fly them, I repair them.
you'll be able to get in and out to the exterior of the ship very quickly, very easily.
No problem.
Let's go with the nitro pulse engines. Also, they showed new modifiers and things coming to the mission types, which were really cool looking. Hard to run that. Would that work? I mean, in theory, that would work with the engine, and most other things should work around that, right? Segmenting it like that would be a problem if I were to take the material shift generator. That's what I'm considering, guys. Sorry, I didn't clarify. I'm thinking about running dual materia shift generators, although I think that would cause a problem for the cannons, getting them to mesh in this build. At any rate, that's probably good enough.
Hey there, sharpshooter.
So how you guys doing today? John, thoughts on the dev stream? Yeah, no, I really liked it. I like that we're getting melee weapons. I mean, that was already confirmed, but we got to see the crowbar in action, which is pretty cool. They did say that with the crowbar you won't be able to block fire, but many of the melee weapons will have the option to block fire, which means you can block 50% of the damage you're taking, and then if you time your block just right, you'll deflect damage, shots, etc. back at the enemy, which is, I thought was pretty cool. I could see me running marksman rifle and then some kind of melee weapon as a cool combo. Melee weapons also don't expend ammo, which is nice. I thought the modifiers for the mission types was really cool. They said that what we were seeing on the map was kind of placeholder, but I thought it looked neat as it was, honestly. Looking forward to seeing what else they do. And then, yeah, I mean, pretty neat. I've got Orange on the Discord. He made a list of everything that the devs talked about, and he let me use it. It's posted down in the description of this live stream. So it's just notes of generally everything that the devs talked about. Theoretically, everything should be accurate. I glanced over it, it looked right. If anything's wrong, I'll correct it later, but I mean, he was just kind of taking notes on the fly, so we got to cut him a little slack, right? But still, kudos to him for doing that. Helpful. I am not one who's good at taking notes, so somebody else doing it was really helpful. But I thought the dev stream went over pretty well.
There is a facility up ahead.
How about you? What were your thoughts, man?
But its security
Anything you liked? Anything you didn't like?
You'll need to perform an override to get inside.
Right. Well, I'm not expecting this to be a deathless run. What I'm attempting here is,
Materia collected. Empty collectors.
I'd like to try and do a melee-only run of the challenge I was doing the other day, but with 0 artifacts. I did one, and I posted it earlier, where it was melee, but we had the artifact that allows you to heal when you do a melee kill. It was really helpful, but I'd kind of like to try one without an artifact.
Materia collected. Empty collectors to retrieve it.
Overall, I think the devs are cooking. I'm looking forward to Update 1. I think it's going to bring some really cool stuff. Kind of keep things exciting. Also, I've been looking for more challenge in this game anyway, and having those modifiers, I think, will add just that. By the way, guys, check this out. My buddy, last time I played with him, he gave me a Mark III halberd. Pretty sick. Which was a nice replacement for the one I lost back when I was doing the pistol-only challenge, so...
You must initiate a security protocol override to open it.
And to be fair, the one I lost during the challenge was only Mark II, so got a little bit of an upgrade, actually. Damage amplifier could be interesting. I rarely use these, but this is kind of a situation where it would actually make sense. Let's stick it here for now. See anything here? Nope. Nope. Alright, might as well get this started. I really like what the devs are doing personally. I think the game is shaping up quite nicely. I really look forward to what else they're gonna do. The melee weapons I think are gonna be really fun. The mission modifiers, like with the ion storms, it was pretty cool because what they were talking about with the modifiers is we're gonna have good modifiers and bad modifiers. Like you might have a modifier that makes it where you're more likely to find Mark III weapons, which I thought was pretty sick. But then you'll have other modifiers where the enemies will be in greater numbers and ion storms and things like that, which overall I thought was pretty cool. Let's try out this Mark III halberd. I haven't even used it yet.
You need to perform a manual bypass to proceed.
Manual bypass, alright. Right out in the open, of course it is.
Hostile forces detected.
Oh yeah, this thing just shreds. Not to mention, look at that ammo reserve. Over 200 in the pocket and 32 in a magazine. That's pretty handy.
System malfunction identified. A manual bypass is required.
We got a laser drone.
Like it's time to dance. Very nice shot.
Alright.
Area secured. No more targets.
Got friends landing.
We'll give them no quarter. Fine shot indeed.
Progress halted. You need to perform a manual bypass to proceed.
Okay, it's up top.
Time to take out the trash.
I don't think that this is going to take more than one run to complete what I'm trying to complete here, but we'll see.
One less to worry about.
I don't want to get too cocky. I think as long as I get enough materia in the run, then So I'm not planning on it being a deathless run, so if I go down, I'm not going to worry about it overly much.
Agent scum.
Okay, we got something down there.
A manual
Over here?
bypass is
Yep.
required.
Oh, that's easy. Little trick I don't see everybody using is that when you are using the multi-tool to interact with one of the energy conduits, you can move around and put yourself in cover. Or you can just hop around and make yourself harder to hit.
Great job.
This missile pod fell off when I shot him. I didn't shoot the missile pod, but that was interesting. I do know they were looking into adding terrain, or not terrain destruction, part destruction on the robots, so that is cool.
Access granted. Proceed to the jammer.
Something over here and there. Yep. Two things, by the looks of it.
Ground targets approaching.
I actually haven't tried a Mark III halberd since early access launched. Oh dude, that's almost got like no recoil too. That's insane.
Time to take out the trash.
I could just ignore it.
Grabbed ammo.
Bringing it back to the ship.
Jump drive jammer disabled. You can now proceed to the next.
And they were saying that the update should go
I can carry
into
that to the ship.
effect by the end of this month, if I was hearing correctly. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure that's what they said. And that would be pretty sick, guys.
Looks like it's time to dance.
Because, I mean, here it is, what, the 15th right now, right? Yeah, 15th for me. You're in Australia right now, then it is currently the 16th, but yeah. I'm not doing any artifacts in this run, so just scrap them. Give myself a nice materia supply. I won't be using that. Let's see, components. I'm hoping to get a good few components. I'm trying to upgrade stuff. I suppose I should heal.
Initiating takeoff.
Probably gonna get ambushed here. We'll see.
Preparing to enter jump space.
No, okay. How about you guys? What were your thoughts on the dev live stream? Did you have any questions that weren't answered,
We'll
or
need to get inside and disable it before we can proceed.
were there any particular things you liked about it or didn't like?
Seeing juicy icons on the scans. Very interesting.
Curious to see what other people's thoughts are. Like I said, I personally enjoyed it, but I did love that they were talking about how they want player feedback. They said they don't mind you sending, I think it was brought out, don't be hateful, but please talk about the things you hate in the game. I think Coleonis was like, yeah, go ahead and send rude comments that lets us know you're passionate about the game. I would say don't be hateful to the devs, guys. Be nice, but yeah, let them know what you're thinking, for sure.
Weapons hot. Time to dance.
Dude.
Corvette disabled.
Corvettes melt so fast with the targeting module stuff. It's beautiful.
Empty collectors to retrieve.
Alright, we got one here.
Clearing out the materia filters. Afterburst prodigious
They're
impact.
engaging.
Materia collected. Empty collectors to retrieve it.
Okay. Oh, we got another one here. Missile gunship.
No more targets on sensors.
Materia collected. Empty collectors to retrieve it.
Let's see what we got. I see a little material over there. I think there was actually a buoy that last jump that I didn't explore. Oh well. Too late to worry about it now.
Emptying materia filters.
Need to replenish ammo, run a few repairs. Gonna get a component here. I'm hoping to get, yeah, let's just say at least 3 on the ground portion of this area. That'd be nice. Let's do ammo. Getting a nice supply of material already. That's cool. Alright, let's see what we got.
Shield unit installed.
I'm looking into how to dual stream between YouTube and Twitch. So if people would rather watch on Twitch, that will be something I'll be doing soon. But I don't want to detract from everybody here on YouTube. So my goal is to get it where I can have both active at the same time and see comments from both sides.
As possible.
YouTube's what I've set up first. It's what I'm focusing on at the moment. But I'd kind of like to get it where I can stretch out and get people throughout the community, or wherever they are. Rather than force people to go on whatever platform I have to be on, just kind of meet them where they are.
Parking procedure initiated.
But, to be honest, I personally have used YouTube a whole lot more than I've used Twitch, so I'm still learning.
Joining the on-foot expedition. A fine shot indeed. No more
Yeah, I think my favorite thing from the dev stream, honestly, was the modifiers. I think that's going to be cool. Plus, they showed off something really cool for the dart, which I think is pretty neat. People were, I mean, it was fair feedback. They were upset that it was hard to get in and out of the dart in multiplayer to grab the materia, etc. And solo is not as big a deal since Buddy takes care of a lot of it for you. But basically what they're doing is they're adding a hatch here and a hatch here that'll allow you to get to the top or bottom of the ship's exterior, even when the ship's in motion, which right now for multiplayer is a real pain in the butt. So that's pretty cool. I like that. I'm not sure if that's going to be just standard on the ship, period, or if like that'll be a Mark 1 upgrade. I think it would be cool as a Mark 1 upgrade. Right now, we're stuck in Mark 0 on the dart, so rather than change what we have, make it to where on... Because, I mean, there's a lot of features missing on the Catamaran in Mark 0 too, so...
Anticipate resistance as you proceed.
Making it where that was an addition on the Mark 1 dart would be pretty cool, actually. At least in my personal opinion.
Great job.
Hi, bud.
No quarter.
Goodbye.
All threats neutralized.
I think the modifiers will keep things interesting, honestly. Like I said, for me personally, I feel like the
bypass the mechanism and open the door.
difficulty in the game could stand to be amped up a little bit. I would enjoy that, and those modifiers look like they might just give it that extra kick. That would be really cool. While still maintaining the lower difficulties for those of us who desire to play on the lower difficulties, whether we're just doing it for kicks or struggle to really play on the harder difficulties, which is fair. You've got a few, like myself, who would rather amp up the difficulty, and then there's a few that would rather keep it more tame, and honestly, depending on who you're playing with, it makes sense to lower the difficulty too, since this game can be difficult to carry people in, but I think that's a cool idea, and I think the way it looks now is pretty neat, but they did say they're going to be modifying it, so we'll see.
You're not alone anymore.
For melee weapons, so far we've seen the crowbar. Oh, hi, friend. We've seen the crowbar that they showed off today, which I think has been shown before, but that not to the extent that it was today. And then they've also shown off a large mechanic wrench. I'm curious if that's the other melee weapon they were talking about coming in this update, or if it'll be something else. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. They did say stuff will be coming to the experimental branch next week or two, so I definitely plan on checking out the stuff in the experimental branch. I have it pretty easy to access. I've already got an account in the experimental branch, so I've messed around with it a little bit, but kind of stuck to the main branch until I get everything unlocked. Once I've gotten all of the components fully upgraded, I'm definitely going to just be focusing in on the experimental branch. I messed that up. Alright, should have speed now. Well, anyway, got past all the heavies. Alright. I haven't seen comments update, so I'm gonna check that here. So if you guys have been talking, my apologies for not responding. I'm not seeing anything, so I'm gonna check that here in a second. Just would like to get past this segment.
Access granted. Proceed to the jammer.
Alright. Alright, one spire tank. There's that. Cool. I think that was everything. Yeah, seems to be. Alright, 1 second, guys. Sorry about that. pull this up. Sorry, I'm at work, so I can't participate in chat too much, but the Dart news sounded good. I'm excited for those hatches. Yeah, no, you're good, man. No, I figure it. This time of day, depending on location, most people are going to be at work, etc. I am going to do some streams later on in the day, especially on the weekends when people can participate more and not be divided as much. Also, I want to be able to do it where people can join and do lobbies. I'm thinking probably start streaming on Saturday or Sunday after 5 p.m. my time. I think that'll make it where the most people will have the potential to join. It would be particularly...
No problem. I'll fetch that.
Probably... okay, 2 components. Well, I'll take it. Particularly unpleasant for us people in Australia, though, so I might need to rethink that, but I'll see what I can do. That'll be a good time? Yeah. Alright. So I'm going to take a look at my family schedule and see what'll work the most. I'll probably do that this weekend, but I'll let you guys know in a post. It was active as heck in here the other day. I was glad for you. Yeah, that was actually the best stream we've had yet, which was really cool. It was great to see. My goal ultimately with this is to help build the community around this game and try and keep it positive for everybody.
Initiating takeoff.
It was pretty sad. I didn't want to live stream the devs live stream because I'm more interested in everybody checking out theirs directly, interacting with them. But I did try to record it, and then I realized like most of the way through the recording that I had forgotten to turn on audio for both them and my mic. So I'm sitting here talking to you guys, and they're talking, and you're getting nothing. I'm like, oh no. So yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do with that. It's kind of useless footage at this point, but all right, this is the final jump. My goal here is to go melee only. I don't have any artifacts installed, which is good. It's always such a pain when you put work into something and then realize, oh, you made one little mistake that completely nullified everything, and you have to redo it. Or worse yet, like in this case, it was one of those things where you can't really redo it. Makes you feel like a complete moron. Oh, right. I didn't heal. Well, oh well.
Have at you, Legion scum.
Yeah, we got a heavy.
Aha, got one.
Couple of heavies and a laser. Nice thing about melee strikes in this game is that it does cause most of the robots to flinch, which is pretty useful. Oh, that's not working. I'm gonna go down before I even get started. I just got to remember after I go down to pick up the crates.
Grab as many as you
Because I
can and bring
probably
them
will
back
go
to the
down.
ship.
I don't expect this to be a deathless run, but I mean, I got 300. Okay. What the heck's happening? Okay. Give me a second, guys. I'm gonna have to calibrate some stuff. It is wigging out. At any rate, I thought the dev stream was great. I really did. We had Kulianos, we had Groove. Oh man, I feel terrible. I forget the other guy's name. I believe it was his first time on camera. But, yeah, it was pretty cool. Really love the stuff that they covered. And for those curious, they will be doing cosmetics and stuff for holidays, etc. It's been a big question in the community, like Halloween themed stuff and things like that. They actually showed off a little bit of that. They had Bose wearing like a jack-o'-lantern helmet and stuff. So for those that's your gig, that's your kick, that's something that's coming. So pretty cool. Alright, did that fix the issue? It did not. Interesting. I'm just gonna kill that for a moment. Yeah, that was my impression as well, so I have no idea what's going on right now. I got no controls. Kind of a crummy thing to happen mid-run, but oh well. Here we are. Yeah, so they did mention limited time missions for holiday events, which is pretty cool. I think it was mentioned for the next couple of holidays we have coming up. And let's see. Let me pull up. What was it? Let's go. Well, we're waiting for that to fix. Let's go over patch notes real quick. What all we're expecting. Orange on the Discord was kind enough to take a bunch of notes, and he said it was cool for me to use them. So this all seems pretty accurate. So we'll go. Hopefully it'll be right. But anyway, he said current game state, working on more stability for Xbox, server browser, etc. Save issues, aiming to continue developing for at least 2 more years. They reached 400,000 sales, which is awesome. Melee weapons, they will block about 50% damage, and they can parry if you time it right. Melee enemies are planned. Future things you may find in a sector, jump boost pads. Yeah, they were showing off launch pads, which were pretty awesome. And then they mentioned the holiday cosmetics and time missions, which we just talked about. Vendors, it's going to be RNG what weapons are available, but you can get up to Mark III. Prices were ranging from what we saw from about 800 credits to 1,500 credits. And given the fact that we've all had a chance to stockpile credits, that shouldn't be too big a deal. You can also buy artifacts, stims, repair kits, etc. There was even an ammo crate that you could purchase, which is cool. They said there'll be a bar at the hangar at some point. It was mentioned that the weapon carryover in its current state was added due to player feedback. They ask that people keep giving feedback. We are going to get sector modifiers, which I've mentioned, which both good and bad modifiers, and you'll be able to see them on the map when selecting your next jump site. It was pretty cool. They said there are about 6 to 8 sector modifiers, and they'll be spread out across different missions. Sectors, about 6 to 7 new ones, a bunch of new levels, not missions, coming later. Things will look a little different and play a little different in those new areas. They mentioned the hatches for the dart, And mentioned that a pizza maker and ammo station may be coming for the dart, though that is not determined yet. It's still in discussion. The escape hatch is something that might be added to future ships when doing jetpacks. In solo and 2 players, you can expect more smaller enemies to spawn than we're currently getting. Player trait system, upgrade yourself, your character, not skill tree necessarily. Content update too, so that won't be in this next one, but hopefully in the next one after that. Grenades will be coming, not in this update. I do know they had to introduce a new physics system, which messed up the soccer ball, which is why it was causing connection issues in servers. It seems like the grenades basically suffered the same fate, so is what it is, but they'll be in eventually. The devs have heard everybody about the inventory slot issues, restrictions, and they're discussing what to do in the future. The railgun's getting buffed and nerfed. It's getting buffed in the sense that the range is coming back, but they're gonna probably nerf it in some way to balance it. And then they're gonna be doing a big rework overall in the power grid, and when that happens, they will add the option to adjust your power grid in the hangar. And then it was mentioned that there will be puzzles and certain missions with the power grid. So things to look forward to, guys. Yeah, if I can't get this to correct itself, I may have to back out of the mission. I don't know. This is strange. Like, I got mouse and keyboard, which I'm personally lousy with. But my controller is completely... Let's do a reset. Let's pull up this. Let's just do that. Could be just some Windows jankiness. I'm actually thinking about putting Linux on this computer, but it'd be a little bit of a process. Alright, let's see if that corrected the issue. Okay, yeah, it removed my layout. But I did save it, so... should be correct. Let's check it real quick. Yep. Okay, and we're back in action. Alright, cool. Sorry about that, guys. Alright.
Did you push the button? Oh. Everything has gone into lockdown. It's a trap.
Alright, I'm fully expecting to go down here.
Enemy jump signatures.
I can't shoot anything. I'm doing melee only.
Get out now.
I have only 3 HP left, and I've got to get through 2 doors I have to unlock. And he's going to drop me right there, yep. I just got to remember to pick up the crates. I'm not doing a deathless run, so I'm not too worried about it. It'll give me back 50 HP and put me in a better position. Okay. Actually, I can punch while holding the crates. I'm just going to do that. That way I don't accidentally shoot. Oh, that's interesting. I'll probably go down here again.
It will take me a moment to reach it. Expect region opposition.
And down again.
Have you up and about in no time.
Alright, thanks, buddy. I mean, with the material supply I got, I don't feel like this is overly failable.
Doors unlocked.
Excuse me. Barring any Oh, well, that's a problem. I was just gonna say, barring... Oh, I didn't mean to fall off the stairs. Barring any spiders in the walkway, blocking my path. Alright, moving out again.
This is no place to rest. I'll help you up.
I might have to do the unstuck feature. It's being weird.
Have you up and about in no time.
Anyway, I'm probably gonna go down here a couple times, guys.
Ships are approaching. Get a move on.
I'm with you. The bitter end if need be. Medic program activated.
So how about for you guys that managed to catch the stream, what'd you think? What'd you think of what the devs said we got coming in update 1 and beyond? Honestly, they talked a little bit more about what's coming out after that too.
Medic program activated.
Yeah, no, I've got no controls. Alright. You're gonna see some really sloppy gameplay here, guys. So I'm using peripherals that I do not know. I gotta at least get past this mission.
Hostile forces detected.
Oh,
No place to rest. I'll help you up. Never fret. Buddy's right behind you.
Yep. Really rough gameplay, guys. Let's see, am I gonna get this before I get killed? Yeah, okay.
It will take me a moment to breach it. Expect Legion opposition.
Okay, it's V. I don't even remember what the mouse and keyboard commands are. Let's see. Alright, door should open now.
Now open. Go.
Hopefully I can just run past everything. I remapped everything to my mouse and keyboard commands on my controller, so you would think I would know everything, but
Hostile ships are already here.
that's just not the case.
Entering the combat station.
There's a jammer ship inbound. Can't jump until it's destroyed. It will arrive shortly. Stay alert.
Alright, I need to pick up my weapons, which is Q, I think. Yep, Q. Then
Take that, scum.
Q. At least I have them in my inventory. I can swap them around later. Alright, let's see.
Initiating takeoff.
This actually doesn't feel too bad, though, for piloting. Right, shift.
Got one.
Materia collected.
Yeah, no, this feels about the same as using gyro.
Clearing out the materia filters.
There's the jammer ship.
Okay, jammer ship's in. There it is.
The jammer has
Okay.
been destroyed. Excellent.
And I did not set destination.
The ship needs
I believe it is C,
I'm replenishing ship ammo.
if I am remembering correctly. It is. Alright, cool.
Ready for battle.
Somehow we survived. Okay, well that was melee only. No artifacts. Very messy. All right. Yeah, I may have to just back out of the game and restart, guys. It's been messy as all get out. I don't know. Let's just go ahead and fix. Just go ahead and quit, restart. Me and Janky. I don't know this game. Could just be Steam or something. No, I'm still fussing. Not a great time for it to be doing it. And it's honestly refusing to calibrate, which is a pain. I apologize, guys. Yeah. Alright. You guys been doing anything interesting in the game lately? Hmm. Okay. Well, guys, I'll tell you what. I will be back on in just a second. I'm gonna have to do a restart of my computer and see if that fixes some issues. I will be back in a moment. My apologies.